kingdom is invaded by Assyria. Assyria carts off all the leading citizens and spreads them out all over the Assyrian Empire and imports a lot of other people. And eventually, essentially, the northern kingdom no longer exists. This is 300 years later. Then the southern kingdom, which is known as Judah, if you read the story in the Old Testament, Judah is on the verge of implosion, and Judah is on the verge of invasion as well. Israel can't even bless herself. Israel can't even take care of herself, much less anyone else. And in the midst of all of this chaos, as Judah, prepares to be invaded by Assyria, as Judah watches the world around them change, they have no position of strength, no position of authority in the world. Right in the midst of that, God sends a prophet, the prophet Isaiah, to speak to the people. And he writes down his prophecy, and once again, this prophecy was preserved and has been preserved to where we have it as part of our English Bibles. And now imagine this, all this chaos, all this lost opportunity. They're on the verge of implosion. They're on the verge of invasion. And God speaks through Isaiah, and here's what he says to the nation. I will also make you a light for the Gentiles. I'm going to do something through you, Israel, so that all the Gentiles, all the non-Jewish people look in your direction, and you are going to be a light to the rest of the world. And they're thinking to themselves, they had to think to themselves when they heard this prophecy, that's a joke. We're not going to be a light. We can't even light up our own lives. We can't even light up our own world. Nobody is attracted to this part of the world. For the Gentiles, that my salvation may reach to the ends of the earth. Salvation, you're kidding. We can't even save ourselves. How in the world are we going to be a part of salvation as it relates to any other nation, any other family, any other people group? And soon after this prophecy, you're going to be a light to the Gentiles. You're going to bring salvation to the nations. Soon after that, sure enough, the Assyrians did invade. And consequently, the southern kingdom, Judah, became a vassal state to the Assyrian Empire. Another 300 years of chaos go by. The Babylonians under Nebuchadnezzar come to the city, tear down parts of the walls, destroyed the city. The whole city was sacked. The temple, Solomon's temple.